My mom brought me and my twin brother here when we were about 12 years old. And we lived in the building right behind the apartment complex, right behind the office here. Right before we were 13, my mom left.
Mike Salerno wasn't afraid when his mother left him and his brother alone at age 13. They'd been left alone for a few days at a time when they were as young as 8 years old. When his mother left the boys in Tulsa to pursue a job in Texas, Mike forged the birth certificate, started working to pay rent, and still went to school. A pastor from a local church mentored Mike, checked in on him, made sure he went to church, and stayed well. In 2011, Mike started his own ministry. Along with a few volunteers, Mike and his wife spend 4 to 5 days a week with families at Fairmont Terrace, including rides to church on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, I see it. You got a loose one? I think we go through things that in life, fortunate or unfortunate, it makes us who we are. But I could have either followed the path of my mother and done drugs and alcohol and left my kids, or I could have said, you know what, I don't want any part of that, and I'm going to follow this path. And at some point in our lives, we make that decision. And part of our ministry is to help kids make the other decision, to say, you know what, I don't want any part of this. This isn't how life should be. I want to change that legacy and go this route.
You got on without giving me a hug. How are you?
Look, Liberty Baptist Church helped change one kid's life from here. And now we're back here, hopefully changing 40. And if in 20 years they come back and change 400, it's a process. It didn't end up this way overnight. It's not going to change overnight. So I don't ever look at a single event and go, I give up. Sometimes you feel like you want to, but we don't ever look at a single event and go, it's too much, we're done. We look at the big picture. You know, this is what we're called to do. We don't see how or why sometimes, but this is what we're called to do.
Mark!
We really thought it would be 10, 15 kids tops, and then it's not. It's a lot more. But yeah, I mean, it just made sense to me to give back to not only Fairmont, to give these kids hope, but to give back for what Nathan and Liberty Baptist Church had done. If we end up with one kid on our bus, God forbid we do, but if we end up with one kid on our bus, we're still going to do it. Because who's that one going to be? Who is he? Is he the next president? The next governor? The next Kenneth Hagin? The next Kenneth Copeland? Who is he? We don't know. If he turns out to be the next me, I think it's a win compared to what I could have been.